Alright, Noki 1 tutorial. We're going to be doing first cycle tips and tricks, a little section on second cycle stuff, which really the only difference is going to be whether or not you do the triangle kicks. That's pretty much the most important detail of first or second cycle, and more or less I'll be doing the rest of it the same as far as the second cycle thing, and going over some alternate strats here or there you can do if you want to do second cycle, but yeah, mostly first second cycle focused. So yeah, this video is also going to be chopped up a little bit. I'm recording this afterwards because the first part turned out poorer because I was really tired. Anyway, so the first thing I did is kill the mole because I don't want goop balls coming down because it just makes the practice less efficient. It's just nice to have it out of the way. If you're on emulator, just use save states because save states are OP. But if you are stubborn about playing on console, like I am, then this is a nice alternative. And I like to clean the goop up here, just prevent goomies and stuff, you know. But I will leave the slope clear, or not clear, but unclean because that's part of the strats. So let's see. So I did save position in the starting position, so this is accurate. First thing is obviously jump, delay, dive. Roll out. I'm just going to be floating forward. This is a bit different loading from save state because like you have actual aerial or forward control of Mario, whereas when you're starting a level normally you don't. That's just a little detail. Obviously, one frame jump to dive. One frame jump, delay dive is going to be the fastest thing here, I think. Just because you need to be falling before you press B, otherwise you'll get a jump dive. What you want is jump, delay dive. So the sooner you stop jumping, the sooner you can get forward. These are both full rollouts. Should be obvious. This platform is at a nice height. Oh lord. I need to collect coins, otherwise I will mauled about the sound, and I'm sure you will as well. That height works out really nicely, where you'll land on a certain quarter frame where you will preserve a lot of speed. Like so. So that's just a little thing. If you're in the groove ILing, you'll hit that a lot, otherwise it doesn't matter that much. Like this is normal. So the first part's not too difficult, too crazy. Next part, I like safe sitting here, it's really nice. You can just do a little walk in place spin. And then work on triangle kicks. What to say here? So there's an angle you want to go for. One of your guiding things here is going to be this wall, right? And this isn't the angle that you want to go for. If you do this, getting the triangle kick is really difficult. So that was me really contorting my jump to make it work. Here's if I just hold forward. Like, you're just getting too much forward. Like there I barely got a wall slide. It's just too much forward. So if you do have this angle, you have to hold left and back and just like really milk your jump to where you hit the wall later. This is a fairly common concept in Mario games where you need to, like, you know, if you want to get high on a wall, you need to jump from further away so you get to it. But if you have to jump close, you can cut your jump, you know, so that you hit the wall, or not cut your jump, but like cut your speed so you hit the wall at a higher point. But yeah, so the angle you want ends up being more like this, kind of. So instead of this, more like this. This, more or less, don't have to think about it. And it's actually a faster angle anyway. Do that in full motion a little bit. Because the more that angle you have, the less you have to correct your angle while hovering. I did something weird there, I'm not sure. Look, I barely had to hover there to get the right angle. That's a little extreme, probably won't do that too often, but like, you know. This is difficult. That's like a more typical angle. And you see I'm just like wiggling the stick midair. It's not like the most precise thing. You can kind of do it at different points in it. But the point is I'm cutting my speed. That's the main point, is cut my speed so that I'm hitting the wall later. And I'll even do that when I get a good angle. And I'm like overthinking it here. You see, I'm just like thinking about it, and so I do it wrong. But that's kind of the main principle of it. Let me get some water because I'm being low on water. There are different things you can do as far as camera angle here. Like if you want to, you can do this, then do up left. That wasn't up left at all. Thing you want to know though is like what camera angle do you need forward to where up left will take you where you want to go, right? Because up left from this camera angle is this, and that's not ideal. But up left from like this camera angle, well, still not. So like you gotta, yeah, that's a little more ideal. So like if you're wanting to do up left instead of moving the camera, that's pretty good. You just gotta know what camera angle you want going into it. And you'll notice I switched to counterclockwise there because I think that works better if you're doing this forward angle. Counterclockwise, it's very easy to do a counterclockwise spin into hold up left, whereas from clockwise spin, you kind of have to you have to switch direction or spin twice. It's really awkward. So like if I tried to do that with clockwise, it's not impossible, just weird. But for clockwise, I just prefer this, and I prefer this angle in general. Let's see. Don't do this. Sometimes I do this just by complete accident. I don't know why. I'll like move this. I can't even do it wrong by mistake. It's like I'll like move the camera to where I can't see the wall. You really want to be able to see the wall. I would go over that later in the video anyway. But that's, yeah, that's just part of it. Hold away from the wall is the biggest thing. Know your angle. Take time here, set it up if you need to. I mean, you gotta do it quickly when you're doing a run, like doing an attempt. But like, getting the grasp of what the angle should be first is more important than doing it uber quickly. And that's about all I can think of for this guy. Like I said, look at different camera angles. Look at how other people do it. Other people can have good ideas. Look at other people's runs, look at other people's ALs. Maybe they do it in a way that, like, just makes sense to you, you know? That's how it happens with me a lot. Where I just look at somebody who's like, oh, they do this camera angle, and like, oh, that just makes way more sense. Yeah, that sort of thing. Okay, making an addendum here, because I really didn't go over the alternative to triangle kicks, and like what you should do and not do. Because, you know, that should be part of the video. So triangle kicks are required for first cycle, more or less. Like, the extra wall kick you incur with this movement just costs too much time. Like, that's like a second and a half or something. It's just too much. Like, you could do it if you do every other cracked strat, probably, but it's, like, just not feasible, really, for most people who are sane. So, yeah, the way I always see people do this, which I'm not a fan of, is this. But here's the problem with that I hate, and you probably know this if you've tried it. Look how long you have to side flip, or to wall kick here sometimes. It's not a lot of time. Like, if you don't get a lot of height off of your side flip, you can end up with, like, 2 frames to wall kick. There I had, like, probably 5 or something. You know, good old Mario 64 wall kick. But there, you know, my A input was slow, because I was doing it slow on purpose. I have to vouch for myself, like, yeah, I know how to time a wall kick. But yeah, I don't like that. What I found was another method that I like. Because with triangle kicks, if you're, like, You know, this is like the angle that I want to go for when I'm doing triangle kicks, sort of. Or like this, maybe. Yeah. But if you go like too shallow that way, you miss it, right? But that can just be a strat. Also, check this out. Super shallow. Look, that's just beautiful. I really like that. Because look how much time I have to wall slide when I do that. Just get up there. Oh, look at that. That's like 12 frames or something. That's forever. You can do that wall kick. That's easy. The other thing that's important to note, like, is just get a sense of where this wall is. It's like right around this sign, more or less. Like, if you really wanted to do the side flips, you know, you want to get a good idea of where this wall is. There's also a weird, like, wall here that gives you a weird angle. Like, you want to be inward to the wall, I think. I'm just trying to... Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird angle, but, like, I think this is very promising. I don't know if I've seen anybody do this. Probably not. Probably most people do side flip, but I think this... Just the spin jump gives you so much more height and leniency with the wall kick. And so, let me just show off. I didn't do it in the full video. Like a good second cycle example. Just like taking it easy. Not that easy. And getting a second cycle. Okay, that can be weird. I don't know. I think it's just something to mess around with. You could like mash A or something, I don't know. That wouldn't actually hurt you, because you don't need a large wall kick. You could like mash A on that wall, and that would make it safe. But there is something weird about that wall. Also could hover longer so that your angle's not weird there. Okay, we're doing this really casual now. Oh yeah, I was gonna incorporate that ledge grab actually on the second water wheel, because I think that's a good strat for if you're not trying to be as fast as possible. I'm still doing the side flip dive just because I don't know, I'm comfortable with it. Also, I forgot to ledge grab there. Whoops. Oh jeez. I was trying to ledge grab early. Early as in, like, further away from the mole to demonstrate that part. Holy moly. The rust is too evident. You can delay that. I want to do a wall ledge grab. Yeah, that's here. Look how long I've got until the bomb arrives. It's no big deal. I should try and go like even slower. Let me make sure to like throw in ledge grabs. Let me just throw them in. Here, I'll ledge grab on this right here. And then I want to ledge grab on the water wheel. Delay that dive so I've got plenty of time to look at it. And yeah. Okay, so I actually got the second. There is 2 different second cycles, and there's not really any in between. Like, with the first cycle, the bomb can be thrown at like a multitude of times, like any frame. From like 24, 40 to like 26 something. Right, there's like a whole range of like 60 values between 2 seconds. But with second cycle, it's like a unique cycle where you can get it at 29 or you can get it at 31 and nothing in between. So like if you're wondering why your time was like 2 seconds slower, sometimes that's it, even though, you know, seems like you might have been on time for second cycle. So that technically was second cycle, but like maybe you could call it like second and a half cycle. I don't know. But yeah, you can see with 2 ledge grabs and some just mildly unoptimal stuff, you know, it's still, it was enough to lose that time. But that's not that bad, I guess. Well, I guess 2 seconds is kind of a lot. So like, you know, obviously this ledge grab isn't that hard to skip anyway. Yeah, there is some weirdness with this strat that I'm doing. I will admit there's something weird about it. I think it could be ironed out. Yeah, there I just like didn't. I don't know. It needs playing with, but I think there's some potential there. Otherwise, with the Sideflip, just be really on top of the timing for when you're gonna hit the wall. You anticipate it. Don't do it too early, but don't do it too late. This is triangle kicks. Yep. See, I don't know. I'm doubting my own thing. Do one more where I'm like really intentional about getting a side angle. There we go. I don't know what I hit there. This should just be as simple as that. Maybe it's like I'm hitting, I don't know. Maybe I'm hitting too close. I don't know. It just seems to randomly fail. It just is weird. Man, this water wheel just is a total butt, no matter what you do, almost. But hopefully that helps give some insight. I was gonna ledge grab again. Gosh dang it. You get the idea. You can ledge grab there and get your good second cycle, get your 29 bomb. That'd be your 29 bomb. So that's that. I think I have covered what I want to. Okay. So next part. Full rollout here. Let's just roll from here. Get the idea. Goomies may destroy you here. It's just part of the level. But ideally that happens, and to do that. There's 2 kind of schools of thought here. I'll show you what I do first. What is that side flip? That should be fairly accurate. I think I didn't remove any of the goop there. The idea is line up your camera really well during this rollout if you can. I do a little flick during the rollout because you don't have that much time. But like you've got enough time to fully get stamped out too long. You've got enough time to fully adjust your camera to where you're straight forward. And you just hover a little bit. Like ideally you do something like, you know, you're doing it a little faster, right? You're gaming. Okay, I can get points, can I? Or did I spawn them already? Whatever. Like ideally it's like, no, wait. I didn't even do it there. The idea is you hover tiny and like just get the angle. But like, you don't need to do that. The important thing to remember is you've got plenty of time to get first cycle. You've got like a decent amount of lenience. The fastest first cycle and the slowest are like 2 seconds apart or something. And even the fastest, you know, you can get there early for the fastest cycle. Like if you look at all the top IL times, most of them are getting the bomb land at the same point. Like the bomb at the top is the timer, obviously. Like they'll get their first bomb at the same frame, which means it is an autoscroller, technically. A hard autoscroller, but it's, you know, it's pretty doable. So, what am I saying here? So basically, what I like to do is just sack a little bit of time there, hover, make sure my angle is perfect, and then do the rest of this. And land like, right. I don't know if this is right, but yeah. You just sack this a little bit of time. Yeah, a little too much there, but technically Ledgegrab is functional. That's one thing. The other thing is you can do a spin jump dive like that if you're comfy with loose spins. Some people like this. I know Gun likes it. He's a fan. It's another way to delay the thing and give yourself more give yourself more opportunity to line up your camera or your Mario. That's kind of how that is. So it's two methods that kind of get at the same philosophy, but I think this is a lot easier. Just hover longer and get the side flip. I just find this really easy. For the slope, and at this point, I will actually just switch to Noki 2. Because the rest of it is exactly the same from here. We don't have to worry about goop at this point. So, yeah. You can do crackhead signal jump onto the wheel. That is possible. It's really stupid and also not required for fastest cycle. Getting the timing for this is weird. I often struggle with landing on this, not overshooting it, not ledge grabbing it. I think again the key is just hover a little bit longer. So it really doesn't lose too much time. And like if you're worried about frames here, like if you're worried about the time you're losing there being the difference between early cycle and not, first cycle it is, then I think you have other issues, that you're going slow somewhere else. Like if these frames matter that much, then you're probably losing half a second somewhere else, you know, because of how lenient first cycle should be. So like there's just certain things that you should take easy, in my opinion, and this is one of them. Just, you know, I even let up the control stick sometimes. I just give it to myself. I'm just like, you know what, screw it. This is autoscroller. I'm just gonna roll with it. Who cares, right? Yeah. That's really that, really. I don't know. The rest I feel like is pretty simple. It's just these two spots, hover and let yourself have it. Let yourself have the little time. I guess a note here, which is probably not contemplated a lot, is getting good speed on this spin jump here. You're doing like a dive roll out here into this, right? Notice Mario is oscillating speed. You may have to frame advance to see some of it, but you can see how it starts at a value beginning with 1, and goes up to 2/3. You know, it's hovering, you know, 28 to 32 something. You're gonna get the most speed you're gonna get the most speed and height out of your spin jump when you're at walking speed. You know, this is gonna be worse. This is gonna be worse than this, you know. Well, yeah, so like going out of a standstill is bad. So like the idea is out of your rollout, just make sure that you walk a little bit, because from your rollout you have to change direction, and so like, you know, you gotta give yourself a little room to walk. And this is awkward because I'm like not used to this camera angle. Let's do this. And like, you see how early I was able to ledge grab there too. can ledge grab earlier than you think. Especially if you get good height from the spin jump. It's not even the speed of the spin jump, it's the height that you're worried about here. Because, like, if you have to go all the way over here, like, if you get bad... I'm going to simulate, like, bad spin jump. If I got bad spin jump there, I kind of had to wait a while. Look at that, I had to wait forever. So that's, like, a big time loss. That's something you'd want to worry about a lot more than, you know, those little things I mentioned earlier. If you get a good spin jump, like, look, I can ledge grab whenever I want. And the point for the ledge grab is, like, right on here. I used to know the value. I think it's, like, 6, 19, or 18 or something. I think around this is the value where the mole will start throwing bombs at you. And so if you ledge grab over here, right, it's gonna fall. If you ledge grab over here, the mole will not notice you while you're standing right here, because when you're ledge grabbing, you have the same position as if you get up. It's your position doesn't actually change. Mario's at the top. He won't notice you until you spin jump dive. So that is like a huge time loss that would prevent you from getting first cycle potentially. You can get it without it. You can get it without like covering this extra distance, but it's like that's like half a second, right? Because take you get to this spot and ledge grab half a second, over half a second, and then you enter the thing. The only caveat is like when you go from here, you have to get up from the ledge instantly and get your butt up there. Like otherwise, the bomb's gonna fall down here, and that can be a huge pain. So it's really like if you're gonna. Yeah, if you're not going to go for that, then ledge grab as soon as possible, is what I'd say. You know, if you've got the height, then just ledge grab like back here. Do that. That way, you will trigger a bit sooner than if you like hovered further and still didn't reach the gap. You know what I mean? The gap, the trigger point. So that's like, yeah. Let me demonstrate a little bit of that. Let's do like easy first cycle, casual first cycle. You know, it has been a hot minute since I picked up the controller. Hover for a while. Hover for a while. Sketchy. I didn't get a good spin jump on that one. That was... Oh yeah, I did the aggressive one there where I ledge grabbed further forward. So you don't have to do that. Let me... But I just like ended up with a bad spin jump, and so I just ended up going further forward anyway. Quarter frame. Fine either way. I got like a little bit of turnaround animation. Oh my lord. Yeah, 25. Wait. What is good bomb time? I forget. Is that like good? 34.17. I know 33 is... Well, some 33 is record. I don't remember. It's been a little while since I looked at the IL times, you know. Let's see here. 54. Wait. What's the record? Is it 53 or 54? I don't remember. 53. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that was a little slow. Yeah, that's fine though. Yeah, so that was casual 54. Let me see if I can get like a 55, like more mistakes, you know. I nearly touched the goop there, dude. Still feel like this could make it. It didn't. Okay. Yeah, so 29, that'd be your earliest second cycle. So yeah, that mistake was enough to stop it. Makes sense, I got caught in the goop for probably a second and a half there or something. And yeah, that will kill you. You can, I guess, hover a little longer to turn a little longer and have a better chance at avoiding those. That's an option. Oh, that's a terrible angle. I did have a wall slide frame because I was holding so much away. But, like, I had a wall slide frame, so not ideal. Yeah, that's a good angle. Oh, yeah. So that was too shallow of an angle. Or too deep of an angle, whichever you want to call it, because I could not get a wall slide there. It's like almost ideal, but too bad. Oh yeah. I do this thing occasionally. Don't do that, because I basically made it so where I can't see Mario approaching the wall. I don't know why I do the camera like that sometimes. I'm like prepping for how I want the camera later. Don't do that when you can, because you want to be able to see the wall. Like that. You don't necessarily need to wait till you see Mario wall sliding, because you can anticipate it, right? I mean, same deal with GWKs. You're anticipating when Mario's going to hit the wall. Yeah, you don't have to wait till you see the Mario hit the wall, but like you need to see him approach the wall, so that your brain knows when he's going to hit it. Like, you just have to supply your mind the proper visual cues, and you'll get it. If you don't supply proper visual cues, you will suffer more often than not. It's harder. Right? You don't have to have a specific visual cue. Like, nobody has a visual cue for GWK. Like, oh, when I see Mario's ear touch the wall at this texture or whatever, like, nobody has that. But, like, you know... Like, you know when Mario's about to hit the wall after you've done it, you know, 100 times. And that's like the challenge here, is knowing when Mario's gonna hit the wall so you can time your inputs properly. Part of the challenge. There we go. So that's your late... or cycle while grabbing the whatchamacallit, to grabbing the ledge, you know, early before I hit the good zone, which will make the spin jump diving up to the platform easier, but you know, makes hitting the cycle harder. So you'd have to compensate in other ways. Forward with missed jump. I could talk about the bomb fight. Let's save position here. How I like to practice the bomb fight in practice codes. I think I would save position down here. I don't want to save position up there because I want to like manipulate things a little bit. I do it up here. I give it time to actually like throw those things real quick, and so I do. Throw the first bomb once he starts walking towards you. So like, and right now. So like not as he's turning, but like as the bomb is walking towards you. That's a little late. But like what this does is it it sandbags enough so that you're not gonna get. It's fine. The only reason I like to do this is so I can get a timer and see how fast my bomb fight is. You can have an issue where your second bomb will hit the third bomb if you throw the first bomb too fast. You could, like, delay the throw manually or something. Like, delay the second throw manually, but, like, that's more annoying than anything. Like, having to manually time bonk throws is annoying. So it's better to just like visual cue the first one than I'm not gonna explain what happened there in a second. It's better to visual cue the first one and then just do the next two as fast as you can. And part of doing the next two as fast as you can is holding B. Check out my controller. I can walk into those after like throwing them. You gotta get used to how it feels to do that. For whatever reason, it's like a weird feel thing. Like hold B after throwing a bomb. But you just can, right? And even if I spray, I can still pick it up. Right, I'm still holding this B button. Still holding this B button, you know. And so that means you're gonna pick it up as soon as possible. The other thing is, check this out. I can spray this guy. Hang on, I'm gonna spray him like midair. Oh wait. I'm gonna spray him, but this is such a minor thing. But like if you're looking for like top IL things, he technically, if you spray him the whole time, he takes longer to become throwable. But if you spray him right after he lands, then he's available a lot quicker. See if you can spot the difference. These are going way too far off. Okay. Spraying the whole time, that took a certain amount of time. Same there. Like, there's a little lockout, but if I wait till he lands, I can actually grab him instantly. That's a minor optimization. Again, kind of only matters in top ILs, but like, this was something that was not understood when me and Foundry Gun were going for world record. And we had to literally just stare at clips forever to figure it out. Yeah, if you spray it too early, it's like locked out of being hit for a little while. Very weird, but that's the mechanic that Mario Sunshine is. Let me quickly go through and make sure there's nothing else worth talking about. Yeah, trying to back this up is a thing that I do to various degrees of success. So if I like ledge grab here, you technically could do a spin jump out of a ledge grab, right? Try to be like that. Kind of hard, but it's doable. What I like to do is like hover into spin jump dive, like hover into spin jump rather, going like that. It works pretty well as long as you know what angle to go for. Again, if you're going for this angle, it's gonna be rough, but if you're going for like this angle, that's, you know, that's juicy. Not when you do it like that though. And you're hovering a while here. This is cozy, and yeah, again, practice with the mole's already dead. Or practice with the mole already dead, it's really nice. Make sure you walk before you spin jump. I didn't really cover how to do this fucking spin jump dive. I don't know. You want a certain angle. Okay, Noki 2. You want a certain angle, right? If you... This especially applies if you're going for, you know, this spot. Which is where... As soon as you let grab your aggro in the bomb. So if you do this, you can fucking bonk. You know, this is... We know this. So, but if you do this, you know, you're not gonna bonk, but what'll happen is, the mole will just send the bomb this way, and it'll go off the side. So you do need to be further, like, this way, that way the mole will send it, like, this angle, as opposed to, you know, this angle. So, like, even if you're not making it as far up on the ledge, it is just better to be in this direction. So what you can do is delay dive. You can also, I'll bend it by holding left a little bit. You know, same principle as with the water wheel. Hold away from the wall so that you get more of your jump out. Yeah, you want to go forward, but you also don't want to bump the wall, so that's the sort of thing. That's really what I like to do is that. You can check out also Foundry Guns. He does like that. This is like really tight, I find, because you're not. Yeah, let me just do that once. I know it's valid. Foundry Gun does it, but I don't like it. Oh yeah, it's the wrong level anyway. You see, it fell! There's technically backup for this, which is like, you get down here a lot quicker, and I should learn the backups for when I actually do the video. This is the part where I'm lazy. Like, let me see, let me think here. Let me just reset things here. And let that bomb explode. Oh, he's doing more bombs. He can do bombs from back here? I don't understand. Did I walk too close? Like, what's the deal with that? Okay. You got bomb down there. I want the second one to end up there, and then I want to fall down and make it back up. Look, it works. It's scuffed, but it works. That's the basic idea behind it. Is land up here, spray the bottom one, let the bottom one, or let the second one land up here, then come back down. You should have enough time to get back up. Like I even did with like bouncing shenanigans. So, that's Noki 1. I really hope I don't publish this. This is terrible. But I might get lazy and just publish this.